All right, everybody, welcome. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. Coffee with K Pro Cow and Decal and JBR Princess and her husband, the winners of the Jingle Bell Rock contest here in Las Vegas. Happy holidays, everybody. We hope you had a great last year, and you're going to have a good new year. I know one couple that's going to have a good new year because they're $10,000 richer. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, Decal, thanks for being here.
That's right.
Christy.
Hi, everybody, and the rest of our panel. All of Kim's kids are going to be here in a moment.
And who's that behind you there, Christy?
My boyfriend, my secret boyfriend.
That's
Don't be
pretty
jealous,
cool.
Mike. And there's secret presents down there. I know people keep sending D-Pro stuff. He's just not well enough to do a video. He is sleeping right now. I'm sorry. Some people have just told me they've sent him some new stuff. We're backlogged a little, but the little guy is just hurting. So we have not done much but eat and drink and play video games, which
Yeah, sounds awesome.
well, he's a great video game guy, except if he can be outside, and he's just not doing well. So he will get better. He will, I promise. But there's some stuff people have sent. So I guess I should scoot over. But yeah, that's my secret boyfriend, right?
I'm already
there.
dropping frames, and I don't know why. Darn it.
Dropping frames. I don't know what that means, but it sounds exciting.
It means the video is blurry for some reason, and I don't know why. But we'll get through it because that's what we do.
No,
There we go. That looks better.
Just JDR Princess is a little blurry.
No, I can in OBS. It's not like in
Oh.
something, but that's okay. We'll get through it.
right.
So we're going to take a break from Forest Fen, although we'll probably transition into that in the end because that's what we talk about. But we wanted to go over the Jingle Bell Rock clues because K-Pro was out there. Decal was out there. Unfortunately, I was out there the day before you guys because I just knew that was the right area, but I got off at Cheyenne, a little short.
Wait,
and then,
were you within 10 feet of it? That's
No.
all I want to know.
No.
Oh, I was.
Oh, that's great.
Good people want it, so I'm not bitter. I'm a little bitter.
All right. So what I thought we would do is just bring up the clues and let's just go through them. And yeah,
Well,
we can
I
kind of
was
talk.
actually pretty excited that Mike, you and K-Pro were in the game, in the thick of it, and in the right place.
We were close,
And,
but not close enough.
And I mean, we'll go over it soon enough. But I was thinking, I'm not going over there because K-Pro just searched over there. I'm not going.
Well,
over
here's
there
the thing.
because-
I'm going to equate it to Forrest Fenn's hunt. Would you rather hear that when Forrest Fenn's treasure's been found that you were within 100 feet of it, or would you like to be 30 miles from it? I was with literally.
the closer the better. Yeah.
Well, I thought that, except for I was like, and then Mike, of course, says next year I'll be out there with you, so we'll actually find it. Which
If I would have been there, I know I would have found it. It's just me, but I know I would have looked. We were so close. We were off by a road. I was in the wrong
Now I'm just going
area.
to say the boots on the ground clothing one. I actually had to fly
I
out.
know.
And you were there for days and you walked literally right by it. So I don't think you can say that, my friend. I'm not going to, again, there's no bitterness. I'm just saying that this actually tested the theory of would you rather be within 5 or 10 feet or would you rather be 20 miles? I don't know.
Oh, I'd be
because
10 feet. That's
when
me.
JBR sent and told us exactly where she was, and I'm like, I literally took a picture at that location. I don't know how I missed it. I'm like right now going.
Do you know how big the rock is, K-Pro?
Yes, and that's why I'm bitter.
Because I can't tell you how many people I spoke to.
I mean, it's a good
that were just
size, right?
flipping over rocks. They have no idea what size the rock
It's
is.
right
They were
on
just
the
flipping them over.
website. All right,
Walk around the day,
let's
flip
start
it.
at the beginning. At the party they had at the Silverton where they showed the rock and Mike and Carla were there. You were there, Decal, and you were there, JBR
Yep.
Princess, right?
Yep.
Now who
Yep.
is
I
it?
was not.
We go to them all.
Yeah, okay. Who is it that was it Mike say there's a twist this year? Did somebody heard him say that?
Yeah.
I heard it.
So
I
he
think
kind of
there
told
was.
that
was.
to everybody that
Yes,
was there.
and it's because they did it differently this year.
Right.
No,
well, they
I honestly think they were referring to the road. Tropical Parkway twists in and out of Ann multiple times. I think that's
Oh.
the twist that they were talking
And
about.
they did the clues differently
yeah,
this year.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
they meant
well-
they made you think it was down south and it was up north. I think
Yes,
that's a
think
twist. They
that's the
fooled
twist.
everybody.
I think that's the most
Yeah.
obvious twist because they were trying to. They have to distract us because it's basically 8,000 people versus one clue rider.
Mhm.
So I like to remind people that every year. And that was, to me, it was perfectly obvious that we went all the way out I-15 south and took the very last turn back towards the north possible. And that makes a good twist. Now, they've done things like that similar in years past. I mean, even last year's Jingle Bell Rock, I put the stars on the map and showed how we were doing stars all around the valley and coming all the way back. And I said, isn't it obvious that it's in the Northwest? And then this year was a very similar strategy. In fact, I think that's why it went so well for the station this year, is because they put it back in the Northwest, because everyone had in their mind where they're not going to do it in the Northwest again.
Right.
And that kept a lot of people away for a long time. So maybe they can remember that strategy. So next year, if you want to delay the game a little longer, then put it back in the Northwest again. And nobody will think that's the area for sure, because it's 2 years in a row in the Northwest. So
I was swearing up and down it was south, and everything fit. Everything fit.
Oh yeah,
Everything fit in all four corners of Clark County.
Wow.
Honestly, everybody found the clues to mean.
No, there were some of us there days before, and then some just came and swiped it up and grabbed it from us.
But they deserve it.
They totally deserve it, but I'm still bitter. I'm bitter Betty. I'm negative Millie.
I've still got mad scars on my ankles from walking 5 to 20 miles a day. I mean, we are out there on the ground, boots on the ground, finding that rock.
Force.
You're addicted.
Brute force.
But I guess once you win one year, you're going to, now you've won twice. I mean, it all paid off.
You got to get out of the car and walk. I mean, I saw so many people drive up and down Tropical while I was there and leave.
Well, you guys know that the 2 years that we didn't find it over the last 5, she was across the street. She was across the street at Apex. She watched the guy pick it up. In Denny's video.
You can see me with my flashlight across the street.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Czar, I have the school. I have it down. We're going to go over the clues. And you know what? This shows me it doesn't matter how close you are. It matters if you pick up the stinking treasure.
And
the treasure was a rock.
Before we get any further into this, I will just say Super Chat's on for anybody that wants to donate and has a question they just absolutely have to have answered. It'll probably be about Force Fen, but that's okay. And also hit the like button. I want to do other treasure hunts, and that's kind of what we said, right, K-Pro? On Thursdays, maybe we transition to other treasure hunts, but Mondays will be for the Force Fen.
Yeah, and I thought it would be really good, the ones that we were within 2 feet of. I thought those would be really good to have. And so, yeah. Okay.
Well, boots on the ground, treasure in Red Rock, the Jingle Bell Rock. We'll just give up at some point, but not yet. So, okay.
No, and it's awesome because the one thing that a lot of people said, and they're wrong, they're haters, they're trolls, they're just wrong, is none of these clues fit at all. And I think that JBR and group is a great example of, as long as you can adjust sometime before it is found, there's things that fit exactly, because both Decal and I and Mike were there days beforehand.
Yeah.
Literally, I was there the morning of for hours and literally walked past it. So the one thing that I think is important for us to do, and I think we should do, is walk through why the clues fit. Now, the clues might have fit somewhere else. That is like the breakfast tea and bourbon. There might be other things that fit other places, but some people ask me, well, I don't understand the Tom Hanks clue. I explained that one. I didn't understand this clue.
I disagree with you on the Tom Hanks clue.
No, but you're wrong, and we are right. And
what was your solve for the Tom Hanks clue? Because
let's go. I think we should walk through.
Yeah, let's go in order here. I'm going to show them right now. So let me know if you guys can see all the clues right here.
All right, so let me say this. I think each of us should just say what we think it means, or nothing, or whatever we think that clue means.
So,
anybody listening, go to jinglebellrock.info, and you can follow along the clues in a bigger screen if you want to see it better.
Yeah, and I'm showing. Actually, I can zoom in on this, and I'm showing Decal's website, jinglebellrock.info. Everybody wants to check it out. Let me zoom in. There we go. How's that?
Let's go to the Tom Hanks one, because
we're going to go from the beginning. And
okay, Mike's the boss, and I am not. So go ahead, Mike.
So December 2nd, right? The first day, everybody's pumped. There's already people out there searching. These people that are like, it's not in Sandy Valley. I searched the whole thing. I'm like, what? Like on day 2. But it was first things first. It's what's in front, not behind. Keep your eyes open. And then the bonus clue, let's start this adventure at the top. So can we all agree that they started in the northeast of the valley and kind of worked their way down?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I took the first two clues directly about racing. So I was already looking at racetracks.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
First things first. It's what's in front, not behind.
And you could say keep your eyes open.
All over the place.
You could say keep your eyes open fits that as well.
And I'm going to be fair. I didn't even look at the first 4 or 5 days because there's not enough there. It needs to start a trajectory. And so the second it was like, oh, it's at the top. It's somewhere in the north. That's all I took.
Okay.
And I told people on chat and everyone I knew once we got day one clues, it's probably the most important one. It's what's in front, not behind, meant that we were passing a previous place that has been found.
Okay.
Okay. So December 3rd, go up and down, but stay the course. It's never where you want it. Follow your own footsteps. And then bonus clue, share the love, but don't make a stop. I think we can all agree on this one, right? Share the love, but don't make a stop.
It's putting you past Apex.
The Love's Truck Stop.
Love's Truck Stop.
Yeah, and I thought that was a very interesting clue because if you look at the map and you rule out Love's Truck Stop, that means you're ruling out Coyote Springs, you're ruling out Mesquite, Moapa, Glendale, Logandale. This is about 30% of the entire county they were ruling out. And that should have been a very eye-opening moment for everyone. Me and my partner, Shoopster, talked about it a lot. That, okay, how can they rule out so quickly on the second day 30% of the entire county?
Well, here's what it did for me. It said, hey, guys, the bonus clues are the ones to watch. That's the only thing it really did for me because 2 days of bonus clues, it's like
always been that way. Those are the ones that solve the game. For many years now, those are the best ones because they want you to go to the casino, support the sponsor. Those are the best ones.
Okay, keep going, Michael.
All right, December 4th. Now it gets a little bit more interesting, I think. Think twice before you look. Never go straight. Always move forward. Be willing to look ahead. And then from the basin to the summit. Now, right there, when Decal said there's going to be a twist this year, and I see clues that say think twice before you look, never go straight. To me, there's something going on. It's not going to be where we think it is. I already had that inkling that maybe that's how it was going to go. I had no idea where it was, but
the first two there, the think twice and the never go straight, to me, train tracks.
See, I guess I didn't take it that way, but I guess it's possible. Okay. That's for sure. Yeah.
I automatically was looking at train tracks.
Okay.
Hey, Kim, let me interrupt. Kim, if you catch any of these clues that Mike O'Brien actually verified to you, and let me also mention this. We've pretty much known that Mike O'Brien is very involved in the hiding of the rock.
Yes.
From last year, we know that whoever hides the rock, last year it was Larry Martino, thank you, who hid the rock. They obviously go hide it and take a bunch of pictures and document everything and present it to Mike O'Brien. And then there's been different clue writers in the years past, and we sense a different vibe. We don't know how many years Mike O'Brien has been writing the clues.
I don't, but I think they purposely switched it up this year, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
because of what happened last year. It's your fault, Decal. You and your buddy.
Was so great. It was in a great way. It didn't.
Oh, it was great. Everybody,
I think, knows I didn't get there until the 18th, 19th, whatever day. We'll get to it. And I didn't want it done in a day. So thank you, Decal. And, you guys caused controversy, and it was great that it wasn't. Now, I do have to say, this day was a nothing burger to me. I looked at it, and it was too vague. It didn't. This is the one thing that I will say. It is not like Horace Fenn's poem that everything seems to mean something. There were days and clues that it was like, I need a little bit more. And this was this was the nothing burger day for me. And we needed to get a couple more days in before I started getting excited.
Well,
as we're going through this, I want everybody to pay attention to how many clues they indicate two things, like opposites of something.
Oh, okay.
So it took me longer than this date to realize it, but they put you in a spot where you had to go to the other end of the road. I feel like that's what all the opposite clues were leading to.
The 15
we'll
all the way over to the 215, right?
Yeah,
Along Ann Road or Tropical. Yeah.
We'll get there. There's a lot of clues at the 15.
There seems like to be dual meanings here because Basin to Summit seems obviously from Great Basin Road, which is Alamo Highway, out towards possibly Mount Charleston. That would have been the perfect trajectory in this big giant hook that they played on us.
I was looking all over Mount Charleston on a map. I didn't drive out there, but Basin to the Summit and some of these other clues, I really thought. But then I thought there's snow up there. How are they going to hide a rock?
Let's keep going,
you can't hide
there's
it.
some good stuff later.
This was a very important clue, and we were out there by the whole west end of the valley was these basins.
Okay, December 5th. Let go the past, embrace the now. It might be closer than you think. Let your fingers do the walking. And then bonus clue, stay the course as you near the track. And then right here, I think they're let your fingers do the walking. Don't go search Sandy Valley on day 4. I think they're saying look on a map. To me, that's what it means. Look on a map. Let go the past, embrace the now meant we're doing it different this year. It's not going to be like prior years. And it might be closer than you think. That right there, it was up north. It was just west side, which is a lot closer than way down south, which is where everybody thought it was. What do you guys think?
No, I totally agree about the maps. Let your fingers do the walking. You need to start Google Maps and pulling out your maps. Absolutely. I mean, as far as it being that much closer, to me, Sandy Valley is about the same distance from where I live to where I found it.
So what I took that clue, it might be closer, along with the adventure clue from the first day. Mm-hmm. I thought it might be closer to the Clark County line.
I thought so too.
I thought it was. So we started searching state lines everywhere. Yeah.
But you were south of Prim and Sandy Valley.
I was southeast of Prim.
Right.
For a long time. And then we went north. But yeah, Sandy Valley came in a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So far I liked it. I mean, I really liked how the bonus clues were leading us along a path. I really liked how that. And then the other stuff, at this point, there's nowhere to know where to look yet, in my opinion.
Right.
You can go look blindly, of course.
Keep in mind these capital letters from the bonus clue, and I'll come back to them in a little while. That's not my notes.
STCAUNTT right there?
Yeah, just that the first words are all capitalized.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
December 6th, what you see is not where it's at. So I think that's a confirmer of the bonus clue saying this is where it's not. Be aware of what others miss. Walk, don't run, and on the way, control your speed. Speedway, right?
Right.
Now, me and K-Pro talked to somebody through this whole thing, and I'm not going to say who it is because I didn't actually ask for permission to say who it was. But he didn't like that stay the course as you near the track is the speedway. And then again, they talk about on the way, control your speed. He's like, why would they do two about the same landmark? And I'm like, well, it's just what they did. They can kind of do what they want. To him, it didn't make sense. If you're going down the 15, you would already pass the speedway. Same with the Air Force base that's coming up.
I don't care if he's mad at me or not. What he wanted was every single clue to fit in chronological order from December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And he did what was called a binary solve. So it was binary 0-1. Until he could find the 1 and confirm, he was not okay with moving on. And I told him, it's like breakfast, tea, and bourbon. There were red herrings in there. And I'm sorry that this hunt is not set up like he wanted. It's not about him. It's about you've got to figure out the person that's figuring this out. Now, he did help in some other ways. He was simply wrong. He's a family member of mine. Mike is trying to play nice. So Mike talked to him ad nauseum over one particular clue that they couldn't fit. It's like, dude, move on, or I'm not giving you any more time because we've talked for an hour about one clue that may not fit.
Well, there's more to the speedway later when we get off the exit.
And actually, don't forget, the 15 goes from 75 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour at the speedway.
Yeah.
So that could just be, hey, the speed limit went down.
On the way, control your speed. Oh, I got you. See, and that's true. We may have thought it referenced something, it didn't. But I will say that talking to our friend K-Pro, it made me look at this a different way. So I think it helped in the end. I mean, I still didn't get it.
Well, and he's the one that gave the Tom Hanks clue, which broke it loose for me. I thought, D-Call and Mike, you're crazy to think it's on the 215. Once he found the 215 clue, that's where I was like, oh, dang. Okay. So it did take me. I was down south.
The be aware of what others miss comes in play on the last day really, really big.
Okay. So do you think in the first couple days they're really giving clues to the final resting spot? They're just doing it that early?
I think they're not in order.
Okay.
I think they're on different paths.
I mean,
Gotcha.
I see that he's taking you on a track.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see that on the next day that we're about to go over. He's taking you on a path, yes, but like Decal said, there are clues within the clues for sure.
Definitely.
They're double
Okay.
meanings. Yep.
All right.
Keep going, Mike, because
All right.
it's going to take 4 hours.
December 9th. Make sure you keep a list. I'm assuming that's the clues. It's good to have friends. I don't know what that is. Stay a step ahead, and then got milk. And there's a dairy farm if you're coming
There's
down.
a dairy farm, but you've also got your Amazon plant right there. Keep a list. You're making a list of your Christmas shopping.
Amazon.
So,
Okay. See, I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
I took that as Santa, which was another reason. I'm sure everybody saw the creepy Santa on the way into Sandy Valley. Maybe not you guys, but there's a creepy Santa out there. So that led us down there too.
Yeah.
But I took that as a Santa clue. There is a company at the 15 and the end of Tropical and Ann on the east side. I'm sorry, in the center of town. The company is Nicholas.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I see.
I took that at St. Nicholas.
Yeah.
Led me into.
Yeah.
And then the got milk clue, of course, was Meadows.
All right. I see that. December 10th, just when you think it is, it's not. Look both ways again. You can always catch up and stay the course as you pass the force.
Right.
Yep.
And
So
I mean,
it's
did those
obviously-
mean anything to you guys? Did they relate
Well,
to anything?
obviously you're passing the Air Force base.
Yeah, for the bonus clue. But these
That's
other
obvious.
ones, to me, they're just, hey, there's a twist here.
The look both ways and the look both ways again, they're double meaning. Not only do you have to go over the railroad tracks to get back on Ann, look both ways and look both ways again is how I found the rock.
Meaning to know where to go?
There was two motorcycle tracks.
Motorcycle tracks. It wasn't past the first one.
Oh,
it
I
was past
see.
the second one, and they went directly across Tropical.
Stay the course as you pass the force is definitely a reference to Nellis.
Right.
Yeah. And then our friend K-Pro also passed the base. You're still on the case. He's like, well, those both reference the base. That's not fair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's not about fair, Okay.
Well, there's also Metro up there.
Oh, gotcha, for the force. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
December 11th, what goes one way goes another. 2 steps forward, about face, a hop, skip, and look away, and then past the base, you're still on the case.
Okay.
Keep going. We got days and days to go.
Well, hop, skip, and look away was the clue.
Yeah.
For
Hop, skip, and look away was the
You
clue.
needed that. And everybody, when we get to the end, everybody got angry saying, it wasn't found on Ann. It wasn't found on Ann. But if you get off on Tropical, where he tells you at the very beginning, you're going right through these places. You have to get over the railroad tracks to the other side where Ann East ends and Ann West begins again. You got to go around to Tropical again. You go all the way up Ann West, and we're going to hit Tropical. We're skipping, hop, skip, and jumping right over these places.
I started looking at broken roads, which is another reason that led us to Las Vegas Boulevard South. It stops south of Gene.
See, I got that a different way, so it's interesting. I think he actually confirms it in 2 different ways. So
what about
that's interesting.
What about 2 steps forward, about face? Is that,
Not a clue.
unless that's the base again, about face. But yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
there's the goat face that's on the water tower right on Tropical.
Okay.
He turns you. Well, he's turning you also when from the highway.
A couple of the earlier clues led me to an observation, an observatory at the top of Mount Potosi. So there was one day that I was out searching. I saw all four faces of Mount Potosi. So that one really, you can't get to the observatory.
Well,
But it took me hours to figure that out.
About face means you have to completely turn around. And like I said, the little patch of Ann East there completely ends, and you have to get back on Tropical to get back on it.
Okay, December 12th. Don't be afraid to look both ways. It's not a marathon, it's an adventure. Not this way, go that way. Well, that's pretty obvious, saying go along and get off the 15. Don't go this way, go that way.
Right.
And then you'll pass 3 nuggets on your strip, which are the 3 casinos leading down to the Spaghetti Bowl. Okay.
That's right.
How about it's not a marathon, it's an adventure? Is that any double meaning to anybody?
Get out of your car. I'm not saying that to you guys.
Yeah,
but
right.
we saw so many people just zipping by. Like, I'm sorry, you didn't search Sandy Valley at 45 miles an hour.
Right, exactly.
Get out of your
or
car.
Tropical.
Yeah.
When I was there, I saw at least 4 cars go up and go down. Like, you gotta get out. You gotta look.
Hundreds of people pass that route.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're starting to get a little bit better. Be
All
ready
right.
to change direction, not your mind. Again, a clue that we're going in a different direction. Be a
Right.
leader, not a follower.
Right.
Go quickly, but slow down. And then no pasta for you. Keep on trucking through is the spaghetti bowl, right?
Right.
Okay, so they were telling us, hey, we're leading you down a path, but don't go that way. Change your mind.
Yeah,
you know?
it's spaghetti bowl.
Don't
and
be a
this is where
follower,
he's
be a
saying,
leader.
We're going to take a little change in a second. That's
They
what
are,
I-
and double me. I'm not going to hit them all, but again, double meanings. When you go back up towards Ann West and you're on the right track, you've got what one way. What goes one way goes another. You've got Rainbow. Be a leader, not a follower. You got El Capitan. You've got all these roads that actually match up to
gotcha.
the clues on the way back up to the end of Ann West.
See, that makes me like the clues even more. That, it really was good how they did them this year. I hope they continue.
I thought
this way.
so.
And
I really
those
did.
go back in
Yeah.
order, like
I
K
like
Pro
it.
says. You can follow the streets actually and fit them in the clues.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. All right. December 16th. K Pro was actually out here on December 19th.
The evening
19th.
of the 18th.
Yeah.
So this day cost me probably $500 in fuel.
You were out there looking everywhere?
Yeah. You might want to sleep on it. We took as good springs.
We went back.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, back down south. Yeah.
Like time through an hourglass.
Sand.
Valley.
Yeah. See, they did that on purpose. And I could
Yeah, all of that was.
I can
All of
understand
that
people
was.
being upset, but they also said, change your mind. They gave
did.
other clues that something
Yeah.
else is going on.
So we had,
Well,
we had
but-
so many reasons at that point to go back down there. So
But
Yeah, even if we
16th,
tried to talk ourselves out.
yeah,
this was when it confirmed to me once we got out there, you might want to sleep on it. Might sleep when I found the mattress within 50 feet of it. I don't know if you found the mattress, and then
There-
I also
there
found the
was a sofa.
boat.
There was no.
There was a
well,
sofa,
There was
too.
the sofa.
The mattress might have been on top.
Oh, just wait until you see my pictures.
Well-
No, there was a boat. There was a boat and a mattress, and Eddie was out there with
no,
me.
No, that's
yeah,
the
but
other end
That's
of-
on the other end of Ann.
Yeah.
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 How about what
Well-
faces north is east-west? I still don't know what that means. Is it? What does that mean?
Well, so the 15,
Yeah,
it does it
215.
twice. Even though it's going north, it's
Yes.
moving west to east.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
215 goes from east west and then it goes north. That
Okay, but-
confirms 215.
I
yeah,
guess.
it does confirm 215
Yes.
because it's 250. It's called 215 north or 215
Right.
North.
And K,
Yeah.
and K Pro,
or-
I guess I saw that too.
south.
K Pro,
sorry.
I looked that area where you're talking about with the boat and mattresses, but I found signs that was private area, so I got out of there.
There was an area just beyond that nobody knew about except for when Eddie came out because Mike's like this
Eddie,
is
who
where
was
she's
on
at.
Shaw Dotson's show a while ago.
Yeah,
Treasure
I
hunter
said,
out
"You
here in
looking for
Vegas.
a rock? He's like K-Pro. I'm like, and
cool.
it was just beyond it because it said private property. But if you went to
Right.
the very end, that's where
Okay.
you found the boat, hook, line,
Right.
and sinker. That's
Yeah.
where you found the mattress, where it said,
Yeah.
and literally there was a dirt road that dead ends into tropical.
I took pictures of that, and that's when I realized I had to get back over there to Tropical because that's also the side of the road where Ann East ends.
So
Yeah.
I do want to say I want to give a shout out to Sassy in the chat. She emailed back and forth a lot trying to help with clues. I want to give a shout out to Czar who's in the chat. Me and him were actually in Henderson looking because of the stupid Tom Hanks. Some searcher, Forest Fence searcher, emailed K-Pro and said, I think it's here. And there were like one or two things that kind of fit. So I was like, well, nobody's there. Let's go, Czar. Let's go look. So we were totally
Well, I
wrong.
do have to say, Czar helped me that morning. I didn't tell you, Mike.
Yeah.
I was talking to so many people. I do have to say, the most frustrating thing in the world is when you were out, and I'd love for Kim to talk to this as well. I was out. I had my family member on the line. I had Mike on the line, and then I had Czar via text, and I had already gotten up, or he was like, pick me up. I'll come out with you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Czar
I'm
was ready to
already
go.
30
Yeah.
minutes out, and they weren't talking to me. And I was, after 3 hours, I was like, and my son wasn't feeling good. I was like, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Like, my family member said to me, I got to get off the phone right now. And then I would message Mike, and Mike's like, he just messaged me and we're talking on the phone.
We're
And
all
I'm
talking.
like, hey, somebody's boots on the ground. Are you people out of your mind?
No, if I go out of anywhere, like up in a mountain range or a mine where I'm not going to get service, I take my dogs. If my husband's not with me, we stay contact every few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, did you hear that, Mike? Did you hear that, Mike?
I did
Mike,
hear
did you
Actually,
hear
I
that?
actually like the way you played the game, Christy. You and Mike really kind of networked and talked it up. And same with JBR Princess and Derek. They talked it up with amongst other players and what's going on. Follow.
Well, and I do have to say, that's when I got Decal on the line, and Decal's like, "This is where I'm at," and we were probably
side by side neighborhoods. Yeah.
Yes, we
Neighborhoods
were.
apart.
And I actually took the binoculars that Eddie brought, and I found you. And so I'm like, okay, he's there, so we're here, so let's keep here. Because if you were to find it, I didn't want to double dip. I didn't want the competition piece. And so, okay, keep going.
I would have found it if I was out there, but
Mike,
always a bridesmaid.
So thank God you're in a different time zone. I would beat you right now for saying that.
And I'm sending this to the radio station, this video, when we're done. What I really liked was less than 15 on the 15. Now, I know, Camellia, you said exit 12 is less than 15 for the Sandy Valley, right, for G.
Yeah, I did.
And then a lot of people thought either 15 minutes or 15 miles going down the 15. And Blue Diamond just happens to be right there.
Like I said, at that point, I was driven back to my original spot in the south.
Right.
Now looking back, that means it wasn't on the 15.
No, less than 15 on the 15.
Okay,
15, 15,
zero.
it means two.
Now,
Yeah.
some people took
2:15,
2:15.
Yeah.
Again, multiple.
15 is the obvious answer, and less than 15 is miles on the 15.
Yeah,
So
because the 215 is like 14 miles down from the
Yes.
Spaghetti Bowl to the 215. When you measure it on Google Maps, it's like 13 or 14 miles. So
Right.
All right, but okay, here's why that mattered. Is because the day right before that, the pasta clue was Spaghetti Bowl. So we absolutely knew that we were at the Spaghetti Bowl.
Yep.
And then so 15 miles or less from the Spaghetti Bowl on 15 is where you're turning.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Decal. Did December 16th seal it for you that it was on the 215 or the 17th? The 16th hinted, the 17th made it 100%. By the 17th, we were on the 215.
Well, it took me about 4 or 5 hours to realize, that's 215. Now, me and my partner, Shoopster, we immediately started saying, is it west? Is it east or west?
Okay.
And we quickly came to the conclusion that it was west. And one of the clues that we already passed up was keep a list. I don't know if you mentioned that's Craig's list or Angie's list. Okay.
what does that mean? Oh,
Craig.
Oh, Craig Road?
Yeah. So.
See, I didn't think of that. I never even occurred to me.
That was huge for me and Shoopster. So, all right,
Damn
here's how you
Shoopster.
got to play the game, you guys. If you get Craig Road, you're not going to look in town on Craig Road. You're going to go to the west end or the east end.
And that's
on
a problem, a
Craig.
mistake we made, K-Pro. Is that
Yeah,
we were
you
looking
never-
at that school in the middle of town, and it's not.
Forget it. I mean,
I so disagree with you, Mike. But
There was an
They
empty
don't put it
lot
in
around
town.
That
They just
school.
don't.
That's the first place I sent her on AM.
well, it's
like where you're
okay.
taking
It's okay, but I'm just saying, in general, it's got to be out of town. And now
Right.
Mike O'Brien screwed up this year. He still put it too close to town. If it weren't in the Northwest,
I don't know.
Why is it too close?
Mike O'Brien,
Fine.
Mike O'Brien, you screwed up.
no,
not
JBR,
gonna happen.
Why?
JBR disagrees. They got a big old
That
Long
road
as-
is really long.
Fine.
Yeah.
Did you go down there? Did you go down there?
I know all about that road.
We're going to
Okay.
show pictures of it in the end.
Okay,
There's a lot of land to search out there.
I want it farther out. Mike O'Brien.
Okay.
I want-
Decal
Mike-
wants it.
Fine.
Okay, one more thing. Mike O'Brien, I want you to get your lazy ass out of the car some year, one of these years. Please step out of the car and walk. Hello.
You can't.
No, Mike O'Brien, we love you. We
No.
love you. You're
No.
wonderful.
Nah.
I don't know what he's talking about. Love.
Okay,
Love.
Mike
Wait,
O'Brien.
you can't.
We love you, Mike.
You can't because of handicapped people and dangers of going too far off the road. You can't.
Trust me, that handicapped lady, even though she passed away this year, could go farther out in the desert than any of you
No.
chumps.
No,
right,
but here's the thing. And
Rocky. I mean,
we're going to get to it in a minute. When I was sitting at the boat and Eddie was using his binoculars, Mike said to me, "You're going too far out. If you're going hundreds of feet out, it's too far."
Yeah, it's always
Mike
along a road.
O'Brien, we
Yeah.
like it that you
No.
make sure things are disabled people accessible.
No.
Don't listen to Gitel. He's a bad man.
You're not going to,
He's a
all right,
bad
just
man.
imagine that any old chump, we're very lucky that Kim found it. All right, because any old chump can pull up to an intersection like they did and pick up the rock, and it'll be a very undeserving person next year.
I don't agree.
It wasn't easy to find.
It was easy as hell.
Wait, we gotta walk through the rest. Let's walk through the rest.
Yeah, let's get there.
Okay, no. This is huge. This is huge. All right, if you put the rock at Ann and Tropical.
Yeah, but it was
Just
off.
put the
It
rock-
was,
No.
it was off of a dirt bike road over a ditch.
No.
I mean, under a tree,
Well,
under a bush.
did you give me the right coordinates? Because where
Yes.
you showed me,
We're going to
was
show it. She
Ann-
sent pictures,
Yeah.
Decal. We're
I
going to
sent
show where it
pictures,
was.
And I sent
That's an
pictures.
intersection. I don't care if it's a dirt intersection.
Right off pole. Pole.
It's
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off, because I didn't put
want
that together.
Mike O'Brien to walk out in the desert and put the damn thing down.
So I will say this for everybody who doesn't know. The radio station, 96.3 KKLZ, the Silverton was the sponsor. Just wanted to say thank you and a shout out to those two for doing it. I really think they need to do one in the summertime. We have a Jingle Bell Rock. They need to do one in the summertime.
We have
Somebody will
not
die.
gotten
You can't because-
through. We
you
have
can't
not
because
gotten
of
through
the
this.
snakes. You can't because of snakes, tarantulas, and animals that are out in the summer.
Scorpions.
Easter would be like the last.
They did an Easter egg hunt one year. It was a sister station to KKLZ, and it worked great. But they
That's
were ticked
okay.
off.
So maybe
No,
not
there's
dead
a-
of summer, but I mean another one other than the
No,
Christmas
there's
one.
treasure
That's all.
hunters with big black hats that come after you. You've got to worry about them.
All right.
Easter egg hunt is a good time of year to add one if you want another
All right.
chase.
Now this is when. Oh, and I will say also that on the. No, that was the 19th. Okay, 17th.
Okay,
This
let's keep
church
going.
is not afraid. Decal, I think you put this one together. What'd you have for this one, Decal?
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, I
What'd you
mean,
have, K-Pro? Or was it yours?
The church that's right there on the corner.
But why is it not
No,
afraid? Why does it
I
make
got that
sense?
one.
Lone Mountain, right?
No, I got so.
Oh,
There's
maybe
a
you
bunch
told
of
me
clues
K-Pro.
that led me to the 15 and where Ann and Tropical were.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Summit View Youth Correctional Facility
Mm-hmm.
that has a school and a church. Since it's a correctional facility, there's no reason for it to be afraid.
Yeah, see, I don't see that one.
Oh,
But it
there's
could be,
a-
but I could be
You know
wrong.
when-
But
so there's the next clue is Tom Hanks made a wish.
which is
That's
what?
it.
What is
That's
that
the
one as
that
well?
Breaks it loose.
All right,
It
but
breaks
hang
it
on.
loose.
I think
Also, in that particular area, if you
Right.
Google map it,
Okay.
Astound Large Facility. That's 2 blocks away from the Nicholas that I said earlier.
What's it called? Astound. What is it?
Astound, like astounding.
Oh, yeah.
Astound Large Facility.
Right.
Then just north of that is Nicholas. To the east of that is the summit that I was just talking about.
So what
Just
is Tom
north of
Hanks
that, we haven't
made a
gotten to the
wish?
clue yet,
Oh, okay.
but Harmon Face Values. Then there's also Williams Tank Line. And those were both clues in the last 2 days before we found it.
So what is Tom Hanks made a wish? I still don't understand.
He made a wish to be big. He made a wish to be
No.
big.
And what's the landmark that you're using?
Astound Large Facility.
Oh, I hate it. If that's what it was, I don't like it.
No,
All right, what did you have,
It's only
K-Pro?
gonna work for you, right?
Right,
No.
right.
All
So
these
Tom
clues only work
Hanks.
for you.
Tom Hanks was on the not Jimmy Fallon. What's the other Jimmy?
It was
Jimmy
on Colbert.
Kimmel.
Colbert.
Colbert, Kimmel, whatever.
Stephen
This
Colbert.
our family search partner is the one that came up with this.
Right.
He was like a month beforehand on the Jimmy Kimmel show, and they referenced
Colbert.
Big, but they said,
Yeah.
"What would you wish?"
So Colbert
his
is dressed up as Zoltar. He's dressed up as the fortune teller
Yeah,
from
he's-
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, his wish was to be 30 again.
Right.
Then, if you take 47, spring towards your next exit 31, not 30, because Mike took 30 after
I
the
went to
Tom Hanks made a
Cheyenne
wish.
thinking it was
He
exit
went to
30.
Cheyenne. 31
Is
which
Ann Road.
If you spring forward, is Ann Road. Boom.
I don't know.
thought
I don't
Ann
know
Road
if
is-
that's right.
Ann Road is 33.
Where the clue writer
Or the next exit. It's the
where
next
the
exit.
clue writer is taking you off of the highway originally, there is no Ann Road exit. Exit 52 is Tropical.
The
There is
215,
no-
there's an exit on the N road.
Okay, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
where not where he takes you off at directly to all these buildings that we're talking about.
How
Well,
long
you're
is there
going
2
down
days
Ann Road
beforehand
from the
then?
15, right?
I am.
Yeah, well,
But that's
yeah.
directly where the speedway is. That's where
No, I understand.
close to these businesses are. That's
Right.
where they're the milk company, the base. They're all right there.
So, and
I got
there's a bunch of opposite clues telling
And
you
you
to search the
can't-
other end. I sent her to the wrong end of Ann.
You
By
can't.
the way, like it took her 4 hours to listen to me and actually go to Ann Road, but I sent her to the wrong side,
Well, and
and
somebody
she's the one who
asked
figured
about
out
the picture
opposite. I got to
clues.
go to the other end.
We'll get to the puzzle clues in a second, but okay. So we're starting to coalesce.
So what about this many would be a bunch? Brady Bunch, somebody said? I don't like this one at all. Is that what it was?
They actually were referencing Brady Bunch there.
Meaning,
And
what's the
I-
landmark?
Yeah.
What's the
We had a
landmark for Brady
conversation with
Bunch?
the station about that, right?
Yeah, there's a couple ands on the Brady Bunch, and that's hard to pick, but they also reference that again.
I don't like that one. And then spring towards your next exit. To me, that just meant as you're going down the 15, it's Spring Valley. You're going that way. It's not the east side, it's the west side.
You also said 215, the guy
right.
that the 215 was named after,
Yes.
sits on the spring board.
So Bruce Woodbury, who the 215 is named after, when I looked him up, the first thing I saw was he was on the Springs Preserve board. So that's why I thought 215 as well.
Okay, the whole west side is called the Spring Mountains over there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Spring Valley.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so obvious now.
And then I think it was to throw people off to get off at Warm Springs or Spring Mountain. I think it was a double clue to throw people off as well.
Now the 18th, I get in at midnight on the 18th. Okay, here we go. So the 18th, I'm getting excited.
right.
Decal still owes me $20 because we said.
Oh, that's
by the
right.
18th,
I forgot about
It is
that.
going to be like solved,
He
which
can-
I knew.
he can give that to you at the World Series of Fun. All right, what you seek is here. No idea. A helping hand is near.
I'll settle that
No
bet for
idea.
you.
There we go.
yeah,
I'll settle that bet for you,
hook
Decall.
you up, hook me up.
So what you seek is here. A helping hand is near, and drop the royal weight. What do you guys? Now as you're going down Ann Road, do these make sense?
That was bad because, again, like I said, I was stuck back and forth on south, and we went back down south till 1 o'clock in the morning after that clue.
In Sandy Valley.
Okay, this is where we
Wait, why?
solidified the 215.
We went west of the 15
Yeah.
Right.
on Route 53. It's
Which is-
161,
The
but
numbers added up to 53.
it used to be 53.
Now it's 161.
Now it's
So we're
161.
back
No.
So
and drop the royal weight. There is a
King's Ton.
and
Kingston
then
Road.
down in Sandy Valley, there's a Royal Light East and a Royal Light
Oh.
West.
That's
Well,
all wrong.
I think
That's
drop
all
the
wrong.
royal
It's
weight.
all wrong.
These are all opinions. They're all subjective, everybody.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Every place that we looked, we saw other hunters.
We did.
Right,
I know,
right.
and that was what was so frustrating is I felt like Decall, Mike, and I were the 5%. Like we were the ones up, and once the puzzle clues went out, that made the smart people that weren't going to use confirmation bias.
My wife is saying.
That's the
my
next
wife is
day,
saying, is there any people out there? I'm like, no, and she's like, what are you searching there for? I'm like, that's good, not bad. Are you crazy?
Well, so the 1 o'clock clue is what solidified it for me, Mike.
A helping hand is near?
Helping hand.
Which is
you
what?
You found the Comanche Road.
Well,
And
I don't
there
know
was-
if any of that made any sense. I don't know if it was true
it
or
made
not.
sense to me. That's why I spent hours out there.
You know what I had for what you seek is here?
Yeah.
Is Providence, is the housing tract right there next to the tanks. Okay, Providence, God is what you seek. Okay.
Yeah, so that
maybe
the helping hand Mike found Comanche had a helping hand press release. They partnered with the Helping Hand organization.
You mean Cheyenne?
And then
Cheyenne or Comanche?
no, Comanche.
Was that a road up there?
The one that I sat on for 4 hours? Yes.
That's not in that area though, is it?
Oh my God.
Well, when we go to the map, we'll go there.
Okay.
But-
and then go west, young man, I think confirmed that you needed to go west on Ann Road.
Right.
I don't know the drop the royal weight. I think that was a red herring for Blue Diamond and
drop the royal weight.
Kingston.
I thought was really clever because royal weight, the crown jewels has the blue diamond, right?
Mhm.
It's the heaviest. It's carat wise, it's the heaviest diamond. So drop the royal weight to me meant don't go on blue diamond when you're going down to
You know what
15.
I
Don't get
started
off the blue
doing
diamond.
is I took some of the bonus clues and picture clues and I started translating them to kilograms or stone
Oh wow!
and
Okay.
trying to fit number.
Yeah, there's
I
so
am
many
mentally
ways
exhausted still.
you can go with
Hey,
this.
I mean, if he's saying something sort of negative in the clue, like drop or not, okay, then you get an idea to go negative, like it's not.
It's not.
Get
Yeah.
rid of.
Right.
He does that a lot. Now, when he says keep a list, that means keep Craig's Road. Okay.
I never put that together. Craig's List. I like that.
It does this year, but it's going to confuse people next year because that's not how they've done it always in the past.
Well,
okay, so the 19th, I got into town and everything changed.
So when the picture
they
clue,
made sure that I was like,
because you haven't searched yet. This is the morning when you finally went out, December 19th.
Yes,
the morning of.
the 19th.
So when the
Line
picture
and
clue
sinker.
came out at the Silverton, which
Yes.
was the atomic weight of chlorine, right? Is that what it
Right.
was?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
atomic weight
Yeah.
of chlorine. And then the bonus clue at the Silverton, not do you know sign language. What was the one about the Annie decoder ring? That was
That's
a picture.
59.
Yes, that was on the
Oh, right
19th.
here. It's right in front of me.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So hook, line, and sinker. Can we agree that was Pole Road in the right area up
No,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, pole
Well,
line.
no.
Pole line, yeah. Well, what do you think it
No.
was, Gabriel?
It was the boat I found.
Yeah,
the
No.
actual boat.
No,
Multiple meanings.
I understand there's multiple meanings, but that boat is all the way on East Ann. That's not West Ann.
Well, I
No,
wonder.
It is West Ann.
We're going to
we
look
will
when we go to
show-
the map. You guys can fight it out.
And I have pictures because it is
have pictures
literally
of both.
within 50 feet. I
Okay,
think we're
I'm-
talking about a different boat.
I think
Okay.
there is
Yeah.
dual meanings, but hook. I think hook is that curve in the freeway. Okay, so
Yeah.
and he's also telling us that you fell for the south end hook, line, and sinker. He's toying with.
Oh,
you.
that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Totally fell for
For
it.
those down in Sandy Valley.
I absolutely think line
No,
is the
he
pole
was saying
line.
to
Pole line
Cam,
road.
He was saying to Cam, okay, we got you hook, line, and sinker. Come on up to Ann Road.
That's what-
And
yep,
they
yep.
did.
Yeah.
I started sending people to Pahrump for
Shame
brothel.
on you.
Hook, line, and sinker. You know what I mean?
So-
sign language.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sign
100%.
language. I thought it was like American Sign Language. I was totally off. And we were
No,
looking
I
for a
had-
sign language
100% It was
schools.
sign language.
I
It
had
was sign
Wallapai.
language.
I had Wallapai.
Nope.
But you know what all these could have meant, and actually I think maybe it does. So hook, line, sinker can refer to fish or fishing. This school
Right.
will help you, School of Fish.
Go the right direction.
Tank,
Yes.
tanks a lot, fish tank. And do you know sign language is saying that they're talking about the signs of the street. Tropical fish, the
Okay,
atomic
can I ask
number
a
of
question?
chlorine
Can
goes
I
in a
ask
fish
question?
tank. What?
You also
Is there a sign language school on Ann Road?
But it's in the
Yeah.
middle of the city. That's the problem.
Doesn't matter where it is.
Yes,
I
it
think
does.
It's
That's
on Ann.
that's what I realized is that where we
Okay.
were wrong is it does matter. They don't put it in the middle. That's
Well,
where
they
we
don't
weren't
put
wrong.
it there, but
They don't put
Okay.
like I said,
Okay,
they
let
leave
me
you
say
at the
it.
other end of that road.
If
They
you're
put you
driving
somewhere.
his direction, you're
Exactly.
going to pass these things.
Right.
That's why
No,
they
I
got a big old
understand.
rock and we don't, Mike. I tell you, it just confirms Ann Road. That is saying Ann Road. There's a sign language school. I sat in front of it. I
Okay.
searched behind it. All it was confirming was Ann Road. There is a sign language school that is not advertised. They advertise themselves. As,
Yeah, I think that's a reach. I
Yeah, I
you're
think it's a
reaching way
reach,
too
too.
hard.
You guys are wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's amazing that this is just like Forrest Fenn. We're all getting different clues, but I really think it meant Wallapai because you can't read the word Wallapai. Who the hell knows what that means? Nobody. That's the sign language. Do you know sign language? Tanks a lot is obviously those tanks at the end of Centennial Parkway, and the entire west side of the valley is water tanks and water reservoirs.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys get the sign you face as the key? Because to me, after it was found, I'm like, son of a gun. To me, it was.
Well, that's where I that's what led me down to one end of tropical was because there's that face business and it just fit in with all the other clues. I was like, babe, we're in the wrong
Face.
spot.
What face business?
What is it?
Harmon face values.
Oh, see
And
the.
you remember I was talking to you about earlier the capital letters?
Yeah.
If you Google map and zoom in there, there's like all these businesses where every word is capitalized. All Japanese auto parts, Universal Forest Products, Harmon Face Values, GE Transportation. All of the first words and initials are all capitalized. So again, it just took me to the center of tropical and we had to go to the other end. That's
We
what
gotta
I-
Okay, we have a super chat. We need to
read that, K-Pro.
What you got?
Okay, Brian made a valid observation that you guys haven't agreed on one clue. How the heck did you find this thing? Ken's daughter or son, we don't know which one, since she doesn't have kids.
Nah.
They gave them secret hints because her kids, which she doesn't have any, works at the radio station and gave them secret hints.
My dogs. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, your dogs
I
and
think-
cats
Yeah,
and
dogs.
fish.
I think
Your
we
fish.
need a chem rule for next year. You guys cannot find it. You're exempt.
And hey,
Right.
Well,
No.
well, we do want to talk about that a little bit, but we'll finish these clues and we'll,
Yeah,
Okay.
let's finish them up.
So the one I thought, the sign you face is key. Up above it said sign language, which I said it's the street signs. The sign you face is tropical. Key is tropical keys. The tropical keys.
yeah, I didn't mind.
They're
that.
telling
That's
you
pretty
tropical road. That's what I thought.
Right.
So in other words, we got off at Ann Road by the Set Your Little Orphan Annie decoder ring to K1,
That's right.
which I thought was awesome. So everybody knew it was Ann Road because it was a cipher, which
I
they've
didn't
never
wanna-
done
I didn't wanna
before.
believe it, but yes, that was right.
And then the sign you face is key. The tanks a lot, hook, line, singer, all that could be tropical.
Right.
Tropical
I was
fish.
kind of-
The school
Mike-
will help you. School of fish.
Mike,
Yeah.
to your credit, Mike, I mean, some of these other treasure hunts that you put on and other people put on, the ciphers and the codes are way deeper and harder to figure out than this puny little
Yeah.
decoder ring, which is, what do you call that, a shift?
Yeah, it's just a shift cipher. Right. K equals
shift
1
cipher.
instead of A equals
Okay,
1. That's all.
so all these people on chat of Jingle Bell
They
Rock
had no
were just
clue.
whining. They had no clue how to solve that. And this is
Well,
like
Derek-
child's
Derek-
play.
Derek got it right away, but I didn't want to believe it.
Yeah.
No, I had it before that.
I had it at
He had
6:30 or
Android.
6:40 in the morning
Yeah.
before anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people that may have figured it out, but I had it so early.
Derek did
But,
Ann Road, and I didn't want to believe it, and I went back on track the way that the clue writer took us, and I drove it. I drove
Yeah.
the way. I
Good.
followed the clues, and it took me right, basically there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool how they did it. All right, so let's look
You're
at your
welcome.
pictures. Let's see how close you were, K-Pro, because I'm still
Oh my
confused
God,
if you
I'm
were or
gonna
not.
die.
All right. Pulling away is the last one, right? Let me see.
Yeah, I numbered them in
Streets-
the
yeah,
beginning.
gotcha.
Oh, right.
Okay, here we go. If you guys
All
can see
right.
that. So this is
There
Chamber
you go.
and Tropical. You were there,
No.
K-Pro, right?
Ah.
And then you're going down Tropical. This is
Yes.
pretty deserted, Decal. What do you mean it's not out in the middle of nowhere? Look
I
at
was
this.
on Chamber all week.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't on Chamber, just so you know.
Yeah, I know, but
No, it was off shop. Oh, you just
All right.
Mike is in trouble.
So you may want to sleep on it. So it wasn't a mattress. I guess it was these couches, these recliners.
Okay, bro, it's okay.
No, I know right. Okay,
What is
keep
this? A big ass microwave?
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
going. No, it's a freezer.
So there's these two.
I
Okay.
looked in it.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's funny. Stop by the first light pole. This isn't where it was it?
No, but you know what?
No.
Those are cows. They're shot up cows.
Yeah, look at this. Because of Got Milk. So you think Got Milk was this?
I went back and got them. Yeah.
Double meaning.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it now.
I got a pair if you want one.
And you were right
Do you
here?
remember that? Do you remember the triangle, the green triangle? I said that was in
Yes,
your color, Mike?
yes.
Yeah.
This is the first pull off that you can actually make, plus the dirt bike riders are going across here.
Yep.
So this is the first pull off, so it only made sense to look here.
Now-
the dirt bike racers are going by here, and you can literally
Which is
pull
this?
off to the left and pull out. Right.
Yeah.
How
I
far is the
parked
boat
right
from
there,
here?
And I looked right there.
Christy,
Okay,
how
that's
far
the
is the
first-
boat
that's
from
the
here?
First one. Yeah. You gotta
Okay,
go-
so if
You
you,
gotta go
go
further.
left, if you go left of this
Yeah.
spot right now,
Yeah.
it's about, I would say 50 to 70 feet is where
Yeah,
the
but-
boat is.
Okay.
I don't remember a boat.
Well, you didn't look over there.
Oh,
You just kept going straight.
I drove up there, but I don't remember a boat there. Okay. Okay.
And then how far was the
Okay,
rock
nice.
from this
Oh.
green circle, would you say?
No, you got to keep going. This
So
was
it
just
wasn't
my
close
first-
to
This
this.
is the
That's the first.
That's
Yeah.
the first pull off with the first look both ways where the bikers cross.
It's at
Okay.
least another 250 feet up the
Yeah.
road.
You hear that, K-Pro? Because we
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah.
right
You
here.
gotta keep going.
Can you share?
You-
Can Can you?
No, we're not going to be able to see it.
Oh no, you're so doing this.
Yeah, that's
Is there a boat there? What are you looking for?
That's the first
That's
pole.
the first pole.
Do you see where I was?
Yes,
Yeah,
but that's
right
where
there.
But that's not where the rock was, right?
That's not where
No,
the road
but
was.
we're driving there.
Yeah, okay, so here you're exiting and going towards the second pole. Like I said, I pulled up, I pulled off and checked that area and kept going.
Okay.
But there's where the dirt bikers go. This is
Okay.
the second pull off, and you can see clearly that the bike track is going across
That's
again.
a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
Well,
No.
look both ways again. It's
Okay.
the second biker track.
All right.
This
And
is how
then-
far off the road.
The rock was down here somewhere?
Yeah, I took a picture of, I believe, the
One
bush
more.
from one more.
So it
There
was
you
here
go.
somewhere?
Right there, at that, right there.
Oh, nice.
This was
nice,
it right here?
nice.
Okay.
Right
Yeah, that's
there.
in the middle of nowhere, Deco. All right.
Well, it's almost
And
good enough.
I took pictures in each direction so you can see how far from the road I had to go down a ditch.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I had
So
to go
you had to
down a
walk
ditch.
in a little ways. It was you couldn't see it from the road. Put it that
And
way,
that's
right?
that's up at the third pole on the
So
road.
1, 2, 3. The first pole is where the green arrow was, right here.
That's the second pole.
Second pole. So this is the
Yeah.
green arrow,
Yeah,
K-Pro,
you were
and it
very
was over
close.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
drove
that's
there.
rough.
Guys, I'm sorry. I have to go.
Oh,
This has
okay.
been great. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. It was a lot of fun for sure.
Good to see
Yeah,
you.
we'll
Derek.
hopefully we'll see you again next year.
Now you guys are playing next year, right? You said you wanted to say
Well,
something.
we do want to talk about that. We're playing. We love doing this. We are not taking the rock next year. We are gonna just give it. If we
Give it
find
to
it,
us?
we're gonna share our thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I find it and there are other
Pick it
people
up.
there, I'm gonna hide and scare the crap out of them when they do
No.
find it.
No, but that's not the idea. But we're gonna share our thoughts. We're gonna help people.
No,
along
just
the
get
way.
on a team, yeah.
Ah, you
know
guys
what?
can
You know
find
what?
it.
People don't believe us, but the year after again, fair game, guys. I mean,
Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
take
gonna
1
have
year
to-
off. I got you.
I also have
way.
a small idea to pay it forward. I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Yeah.
But once we
Oh,
start
cool.
getting the clues, this was a little it was just a little Christmas ornament that I found a rock that kind of looked like the
Yeah.
Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm not sure if it's gonna be 5 or 10 of these. I'm gonna place them out where the clues make sense, and you can turn these back in. I'm gonna share a little bit of the proceeds. I'm gonna give out. I'm not sure whether it's $25 or $50 gas cards.
Yeah.
But if you find one of these rocks and turn it back into us,
Yeah.
we're going to
Nice.
give you your gas for the day.
And you're talking about next year, next Jingle Bell
next
Rock.
year,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a good idea.
So just
Okay.
trying to pay it forward a little bit. But
That's
You know
cool.
what? You guys already did. You gave part of your proceeds to a searcher that had like a punctured
The
tire or
tires, yeah.
something.
oh, we did.
Like-
We're getting him 4 new tires, and it's not cheap. He has a big old Jeep. And we also helped a couple single mothers give Christmases to all their children. And we gave cash to lots of friends that were really struggling, and we haven't got the check yet. We're good.
Yeah,
We're
you got to
just-
wait. Yeah.
And Jack, no, they didn't win it 2 years in a row. They won
2
it,
out of 3.
Odd
17.
years.
17.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I want to take first dibs on, since you guys are looking for someone to partner with that hasn't found it yet. I'm just saying.
I do, but you have to have an ID here. Clark
Oh,
County.
yeah. I will be turning it in when she finds it.
Kim, I'm working on that. We'll talk about
Oh, all right.
And the other thing is, I'm taking off work. I don't care if I got to take a whole week off next year. I will find it if I can make sense of the clues.
Now,
I'll be out
Mike,
there
when
looking.
you say that, you make it feel like I was the reason it
But-
wasn't found.
No, you were not right next to
Oh.
it, right? You weren't that far off the road, were you? Did you see it's not right there next to where you park. You had to walk about 30 feet, maybe 20 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet is good.
Yeah, but it was also you had to go around a little ditch.
Yeah, I understand why you didn't find
yeah.
it, Christy. Because how would you know to go over there? You just had to look
No,
everywhere,
you
right?
say you understand, but you would have found it.
You gotta
Of course
be
I
with-
say that.
out of sight, like away from the road, so they can't see it from the road. So
That's right.
that's how far you look away
Okay,
from the road.
so let's move on to Kim found it. She totally deserved it. They
Yep.
had clues. They were in it. They've been in it for years. It's not just some random thing. So here's what happened, much like I want to talk about Sassy. So the haters came out. Somebody completely invented, and people just repeated it, that Kim has children that work at the radio station, and that's how she found the super secret
Well,
hints.
if that's true, you wouldn't
Ken?
be eligible to find it, right?
That's right.
Wait,
Yeah.
So Kim, let me just ask, so we put this to bed because I took on some of the trolls, but
Thanks.
how many children do you have working at the radio station?
0.
How many children, human beings, do you have on this earth?
0.
How many fur babies do you have? Oh, they could be fish, they could be cats, or they could be dogs, or whatever other.
I have two giant dogs.
Do either of them work at the radio station?
No. I wish they made money, but no.
Okay. Does your husband that you know have any secret children
No.
that you are aware of
No,
that work at the radio station?
No, we met when we were very, very young. We've been together for almost 20 years. So no.
So if I were to, I just was in court, and this is how they kind of lay the foundation, as they call it. Would you say that it's completely fabricated, that you were given hints to find these clues by your kin?
Yes, yes, no, but we do it on our own. We're treasure hunters. It's not just the Jingle Bell Rock. We love to hunt. We love the friends we've made.
Yeah, right.
We love the adventure.
Did you?
Getting out, and even though we were down south, we saw some amazing things. I mean, we walked with wild horses came up to us, abandoned boats on the side of the mountaintops. Like, how is that possible? The old mines, we saw, we didn't go in them, but some of the old mines and the signs and the stuff that are out there, the things we came across were amazing. What I think was cool this year was I had many hunters send me pictures, emails. They were following my footsteps. They'd find my little feet and like, oh, she's already been here. Because I wear size like 2.5, 3 feet. So like children's size shoes. So I have these really deep boots. That way I don't fall and so you can see my boot prints everywhere.
Mike, can you go to jinglebellrock.info?
Yeah.
And there is a searcher meetup that happened, and there was somebody walking in like a box.
Yeah.
I don't know
saw
who it
that
was.
picture. And what did I say on our thing? I said, when you find it, come on the show. Did I tell you that when we were talking to Decal before you found it? All right,
and so I just think it's growing. I think, I think you did what other people don't do. And here's the thing for me. I got out at different places. I didn't get out in that place. It tells me, get my butt out of the car. That's the big thing that you have to focus on is get out there. And just like the forest fan hunt, I don't care how close you are, you're not close enough until you actually get it.
Hook, line, sinker, Pole Road. Unfortunately, I was like, La Mancha's got something to do with sign language, something I looked up, and K-Pro was all up and down this road, unfortunately.
Hold on a second.
I mean, and
Hold on a second. Let me tell you where go down right where it says Pole Road, and then that last look, that is where the boat was.
Right here, okay,
and,
that's
my
a
God,
ways.
Eddie died. Eddie's like, this is it, and there was a mattress right there, and
it was you guys were so close.
Yeah, we were close, but not close enough.
I really thought that that Ann Road was way too obvious, and that it couldn't possibly be right there at the clue that they're giving.
Ann Road was just where you exited, in my opinion. Although now we know it was Ann Road all the way down. I didn't realize they were taking us all the way down Ann Road.
That's actually what made a lot of people mad. Like, well, it wasn't Ann Road. I'd be like, come on, that's part of the fun in being a treasure hunter. If you followed his clues, you'd realize tropical. You had to get on it to get on Ann.
You guys see how big the rock is, and when you flip it over, it looks just like a regular rock in the desert. It's a paving stone.
It's over 25 pounds.
Yeah, look at that. It's kind of a pyramid shape.
The big thing is, I think the lessons learned from this year was they were down south. Once that K1 clue of Ann Road came out, they adjusted quickly, put it all together, and found that son of a gun. Even though Decal was there 3 days beforehand, I was there a day beforehand, it didn't matter. It matters who actually picks up that stinking treasure.
That's right. They adapted quickly. That's the key. Even Forrest Fenn said that. You got to be able to adapt
it's fun.
and change.
Even if we didn't win, it's fun. I mean, we love it. We love the hunt.
I'll be right
Mike,
back.
Put us back on. Mo, put us back on big before you go, Mike.
Hello.
He didn't listen to me. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I think that is the
just send them in. The door's unlocked.
Yeah, I think those are I think this. I do have to say I've been a part of the last 2 years. Okay. The year you found it, the year Decal's friend found it, and there was controversy and all that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
And I will say this year was so fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will hopefully be a resident next year, and that will make it solidify it. But it was a blast. But I don't care which way they go. They did so much better than last year. It was a blast.
Hey, do you think? Do you guys think that we need to do anything different on the website or add anything, or should we recommend any changes to Mike O'Brien?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to send him this video, whatever the email is. I'm going to email it the link. Hopefully, he'll watch the whole thing. But
any changes on the website though?
Well, it's awesome that you put up the clues. It's awesome you show the picture clues and all that. The chat is cool, even though there's a bunch of knuckleheads in there. Yeah, it's awesome that you show all the previous years because people are like, oh, okay, they get an idea how it works.
I don't know how everybody feels, but I've heard several people say it, and I know that those of us who've been on there for years would be willing to pay a small fee, and then you wouldn't have all the knuckleheads.
No,
They should charge.
No, listen, I want the knuckleheads. Okay, that's why we have.
Okay.
That's why we have 20 moderators. Trust me, there's so many people getting banned. Okay, and I see somebody saying that the webpage is not updated enough, quickly enough. I may work on that. The problem is I'm actually working during the day, so.
I think you've done a pretty good job at the changes you're making over the years, and we all enjoy it. We've all made lots of friends together.
Yeah.
As far as KKLZ, I sent Mike and Carla texts, and I was just like, thank you for really making this town fun for residents.
Yeah,
it's not just fun. The Jingle Bell Rock.
Here's the thing, for my opinion, and Mike and I did not connect in the last 6 months, but we were going to connect. I think he needs some avid treasure hunters. It seems like the radio station is about, and I think importantly so, is about the radio station, and they have done a great thing in getting this started. I think they need some avid treasure hunters that would constantly update things and maybe get some other avenues started.
Maybe, but they do this whole thing within 2 weeks.
Yes.
I mean, so, yes. and I don't mean to be rude, but I mean, you have to be very analytical and out there and get out of your car and really, really try. And a lot of people don't want to. So
yeah, but here's a thing that they do that I think that there's a way around. I won't give my opinions of how, but they want people down at the Silverton. Many people know. How many people actually went down to the Silverton?
The first day there was about 100. The last day there was about 250.
Right, and there's about 3,000. I think at least maybe 4,000 because Decal has the list.
Yeah.
There's not enough. Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
So
there's another way. There's another way that I could tell. I have the daily statistics for the website.
Yeah. But that's one of the reasons why not all the people are going down there, because they know by the next day they can get it from a fellow member.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
and I think there's some ways around that could be very clever.
That's part of the fun. It's like if those people don't like going down there's a group of us that go down there every week to have bonfires, to have lunch and dinner together. It's a choice.
I mean, it is great, but the radio station, honestly. And Silverton, you got to do a little brainstorming. It's tougher than you can't just hope that we'll come down there. You're gonna have to find a way to.
I mean, they give out tickets and free drinks and every time
they make it a party. Yeah,
it's still not good.
I think there's still some fun ways that they could collaborate. And
all right, what they need is a in-person incentive that can't be shared or something like that.
I don't think they need an in-person incentive that's time sensitive. I mean, again, I have some ideas, and I think it's
me and Christy have thought of doing this ourselves, whether here in Vegas or another city. Try and do it the same type thing, but maybe not for $10,000. But something to do.
Boulder, Colorado, they have 30 sponsors, and they all pitch in $1,000 each.
That's awesome, yeah.
And then the clues in Boulder. Each day you pick up the clue at the sponsor.
Gotcha. Right. Right.
So,
Right.
okay, so $1,000 is relatively cheap for a sponsor, and they have 40,000 people there in Colorado, a lot more than we have that are actually going to each sponsor. And they're not even publishing the clues on that game. I mean, if I wanted a website, I could pop one up in Boulder and do the same thing. It's too much of a headache, really.
Well, I mean, like last year there was another sponsor, and he got $5,000 in a jewelry gift card.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been other years where things were given away. One year it was also plus a diamond ring, I believe. Yeah.
And jewelers have in many times over the years. And
it was a rock, Tony Russi. It was a rock. It was a flat rock. It's not a pyramid. It's a flat rock. So
yeah, go to jinglebellrock.info for tons of history of the game. You'll see everything there. Everything. Yeah. Pictures.
Well, I'll just put it out there that anybody that likes treasure hunts and weren't able to participate in this one, this is a treasure hunt. This is a board game about the Forest Fen treasure. But the cool thing is, me and K-Pro made a cipher that's in here, and somebody's going to win all 3 Forest Fen books and a benchmark map. So that's going on right now, but nobody solved phase 2 yet. So, yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else before we, because we're going to transition away from Jingle Bell Rock, and we're going to talk about World Series of Fen, the marathon. We're going to have a new clip on Monday. I think it's important that we talk about that because we want you all to help us select that. But before we do that, Kim and Decal, is there anything that you guys want to say as a last piece to this part of Jingle Bell Rock, which we love you guys at the radio station. There's always room to improve, but gosh, we know you're not going to make everybody happy, but you made a lot of people happy, especially Kim and her children that work at the station.
I still, what I had to say to Mike O'Brien still stands. I think it should be farther away from civilization. You're making a big mistake if you put it near any intersection, okay? I know Pole Line Road and Tropical, that's an intersection, you know.
Okay.
That's my opinion. So.
Okay, Kim, anything from you?
I thought this year's hunt was great. Of course I did, but even if we didn't win, we had a great time. We love all the people we met. We have a great time hunting. And it's not just this. We're taking 2 trips this year to the Rockies to Fen treasure hunt. I mean, so it's not just this one. We did boots on the ground. I was actually wearing my boots on the ground clothing when I found the rock this year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. And do you want to give us a hint of where you're looking for the Fen treasure?
I don't, but I do have my solve, and I believe I have found out the beginning, you know, because it says begin here. I have a solve for where Warm Waters halts. I don't want to share it.
How about what state do you think the treasure chest is?
I would be happy to actually share part of my solve in person with anybody that's at the World Series of Fen.
Okay, yeah, great. I'm not criticizing you or anybody. I think people, not you necessarily, but anybody who's afraid to talk about the state that they're in, it's a little bit silly, folks. You know, just say what state you're looking in, but you don't have to. I mean, actually, one of my friends, my partner Sean, who on the flip side, he has a pretty good reason for not saying what state he's in. Okay, so fine. Some people actually do have a sort of reasonable answer, but I still say it's one of 4 states. That's a little silly, you know.
Yeah, to say your state, I think it's no big deal.
No, I do understand that, but I also think if I do where my warm water halt explanation is, it's given right there, and then it gives away too much.
I see it.
Sassafras disagrees about the state. That's fine. I seriously, I think people are way too uptight. A state doesn't narrow anything down. It's like, we know it's in 4 states. Pick one. Why? I mean, okay, if you're so worried about it, I'm in New Mexico. Hallelujah. How about that? I'm in New Mexico. That's a bald-faced lie, but.
I think we know that, but yeah, I agree with you. I actually have more of an issue. I don't mind when people say, I have a solution, and I don't want to say anything unless, you know, we're face to face or whatever. I have an issue when someone says, I have the location, I've seen the treasure chest, I left it for others because I'm a nice person, or whatever crazy other thing they say.
No, nothing like that. I really like my solve, and you know, as soon as weather prevails, I want to get there, and we'll go back again. Like I said, we'll probably make 2 trips this year, and I really like my solve. I really do. I haven't been there, you know, yet.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So we have Jack, who has said bright, and then we have Godelkin that says it's not hidden in New Mexico, and we have lots of people that say it's not in one state or another. None of us know. Let's talk about, so let's transition. The couple of things. Mike, did you want to put up the...
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Did you want to put up the World Series of Fen?
If I can find it, yeah. Was not ready.
That's going to be fun. Y'all come to Vegas now. It's going to be awesome. Are we doing the escape room again this year?
Oh, we are. We are going to do that Saturday during the day.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think the women.
We'll let you ladies win. I mean, we really just took it easy for that hour and a half, and then we didn't want you to. You know, we know how this works. You know, we let the ladies win.
Oh, let us win. Okay, let us pick up the treasure chest too, my friend. That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, World Series of Fen, we have put together. This is on all the Facebooks. This is on Thor.
There we go. I'm showing it right now.
Yeah, and kudos to somebody, I don't remember who it was, who put this in all fancy. So, World Series of Fen 2020. It is a poker tournament, but there's a whole weekend of events. So on Friday, if you look over to the right, Friday the 14th at 8 p.m., we are going to explore Fremont Street at 8 p.m. On Saturday at lunch, we're going to get some sort of a lunch together. It's everybody by their own way kind of thing. 3 p.m., we're going to do an escape room. We'll let you know the details. And then 7 p.m. is the World Series of Fen.
One slight change. It does cost $65, not $60. They did raise their tournaments by $5. They did that earlier this year, which we forgot about. So $65, you get knocked out, you can rebuy. We're going to have some awesome prizes we're giving away. We'll have more details on that as we get closer.
Is there a limit on a number of people? Is there a room?
No, we should be good.
Well, I will say that depends. Last year there was 54. And we please RSVP because they're going to get a certain number of dealers there to make sure that they cover us. But if we say there's 20 and 90 show up, we won't be able to. So there's a possibility they'll put everybody on a wait list.
Derek and I are in again, unless you want me to RSVP you.
Okay,
no, we know you're coming. Yeah,
I will now put you on the RSVP list.
We were there last year, and we'll be there again this year.
Excellent. So, what do you need to do? RSVP, just tell us the number that want to go to the poker and want to go to escape room. You don't pay in advance. You pay when you get there on both. We're just trying to get a general number. If you do not RSVP, you have a chance of not getting the program and not getting the little gift. Mike and I, out of our pockets, are going to put that out to everybody. That's what we're going to do.
And this thing right here that says donation, that's not a money donation. That's if you want to donate something to be a prize for the tournament.
Yeah. So do you have an item that you might have in relation to the here's what we do. Bally's does their own. They take the rake, they take the fees, and they take all of that. And then what we do is say, if you come in first, second, third, I think we had the top 5. We had gifts for people. Those are donations by different searchers. We've already had a couple step forward. We're not going to announce that until the treasure hunt.
This will be one of them. Somebody will get a Chaseopoly anyway.
Yes, we'll have a Chaseopoly. But we're going to have different items that'll be there and available if you win the treasure hunt. We will coordinate all of that when you get there. There's lots of things.
Did you say if you win the treasure hunt? If you win the poker tournament?
I meant the poker tournament.
All right.
So, it's all fun. It's all happening. It's all, we had 54. I think we already have 12 RSVP'd. We hadn't announced it yet. I just put it out on the Facebooks, just put it out on the forums. It's about.
Kim, are you playing? Kim.
Cam, are you going to play this year?
Yeah.
What, the Chase Obley or the poker?
Poker.
Poker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I played last year. I'm playing
yeah,
this
you
year.
were there.
That's what I'm asking.
I'm a poker player.
Right.
Okay.
I plan on winning it this year.
I
will say
I went to the World Series of Poker this year too. Remember?
Wow.
Yes,
Nice.
I do remember.
Yeah.
I will say there was about out of the 54, I would say half had never played poker before. And so
That's
it's
okay.
a wild and crazy tournament. People
It's
were
fun.
going in on
Yeah.
random crazy things. That's what it's about. Who cares? Like
Yeah.
it's 60 or 65 bucks if you can afford it. That link we'll put in the description. That link gets you, if you need to have a place that is really on a budget for 60 bucks a night, we have the Super 8 or Motel 6.
Super 8's right next to
Yeah.
Ellis Island. That's a good choice. There is a
Every-
Motel 6 down on Tropicana. Yeah.
Yeah, everything that is anywhere in between. Like we have, if you want to stay at Bally's, if you want to stay at Flamingo, we don't know where we're staying yet. We don't know what all the events will be.
Nobody's
You got
staying in our room,
celebrities
so
there?
don't ask. What's that?
You got celebrities there.
Yeah.
There
right.
will be some celebrities.
Never know
there.
who's gonna
There
show
will
up.
be. Last year there were 3 documentarians that were
Yeah,
there.
that's true.
So just
Bobbit.
John Wayne
yeah.
Bobbitt will be there. Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
I've
show
asked
you
him
some
if he's
pictures
in
if you
town.
want.
He has some things that are commitments, but he has a movie and a couple things that are gearing up.
Wow.
So he will try to be there. But there is Cynthia's going to be there.
She better
There's a
have her
few-
book for
Really?
sale because we all want to
Cynthia?
buy it. So I'll make her bring some copies of her book. So I'm going to buy one.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I already have her book from years.
Yeah, can't wait to see Cynthia.
yeah.
How early is K-Pro in town? Josh, let me know what you want to know, but
Yeah.
I might have some personal reasons that I have. There is some documentarian work I'm going to be doing. There's some other things I'm going to be doing in town, so I'll be in town a little early. I might stay a little late.
Friday is when we'll be around. Like one of those events was Friday, right? What was it? Fremont Street?
Everyone needs to know I'm in town Friday to Sunday morning.
Right.
I might be in town a little bit longer, but that's
And
on
if
a
you
case
want
by
to
case
find us,
basis.
look in the
You
Bailey's
don't get
Poker
to know
Room.
everything. You don't
Right.
get to know everything. There might be some time with my honey. I won't say who my honey is, but I'll just say there might be some time at different aspects of my life that isn't open.
I'm going to buy you into the poker tournament for Valentine's Day. So that's covered, honey. Don't worry about it.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah. Okay, Forest Bend Marathon next Saturday, January 11th. We're going 12 hours, everybody. 11 a.m. Pacific to 11 p.m. Pacific. We got a bunch of people that are coming on. We've got some people that have never been on before. I can think of one. And, yeah, we hope you guys tune in. And we'll be taking phone calls for the whole 12 hours. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so if you want to be a part of the marathon, email me at kpro3@aol.com. That will get you, I'm putting the agenda together now. We do have lots of interest. I think we can get everybody in now, but if you have any interest, please email me. We're going to have a ladies panel. We're going to have new searcher panel. We're going to have, there's 4 or 5 people that want to have different things that they want to discuss. We are all about it. You have to email me immediately. I've already started to email out time slots. I'm starting to solidify it, but 12 hours, Mike and I are going to try to at least get an hour that we will answer questions. There will at least be 2, I believe. Mike has hammered me, so there's going to be 2 brand new Forest Bend quotes that will be out on
At least
the
2,
channel.
maybe 3. We'll see. Clips, video
Stop.
clips.
We said 1. You worked me to 2. Don't start with 3, my friend.
I think everybody that stuck with us till now should get one, but I don't have one teed up, everybody, so sorry. You got to wait till Monday. Are we doing one Monday next week?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So here was the thing that, so that'll be the last thing that we will discuss because we're an hour and a half in. Rather than give you several, but Forrest has talked about that final location. Mike, tell me if you remember this. He talked about it being kind of remote, but not as remote, and a lot of things needed to line up.
I would have to
before he
rewatch it, yeah. I'll say
Oh.
what I remember, unless you don't want me to say.
Keep it general, but if you and I are thinking about the same one,
yeah.
that is the one that I think Monday.
Okay. About the final. Okay.
A
I'll have to look
lot
it
of
up.
things had to come together. He was
Oh, yeah, for the
surprised that nobody was around
Yeah.
because it needed to be, it was kind of a populated area, but it was very God, did he use the word remote? I don't remember, but it was one of those.
He said when he hid the treasure, nobody was around. He got lucky that nobody was around to see him, because otherwise he couldn't have hit it. He had to go back. So
I think that might be the one that's the next aha. Do you want to share that with everyone on Monday?
The video?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And that's going to be on the Hint of Riches YouTube channel, everybody. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit thumbs up on this video. And, yeah, thanks, everybody, for watching. What else? I know we got something else to talk about. No?
Marathon, Monday, World Series of Fun. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. So, Jingle Bell Rock, $10,000 winner. Congratulations
Happy New Year's,
again.
everybody.
Yeah, and congrats to Kim. I have joked all night about all of her children. She has like 19 children. Yeah, I've joked about it, but it is truly a joke. It is fake news. I do not believe it is accurate. She genuinely found that rock. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yep, good job.
All right, next year we'll be doing it again. One of us four has got to find it next year.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, if you know where it is, let us know.
Kev's just going to tell me, and I'm not going to tell Mike or Decal.
You know what would be cool is maybe we live stream every day and go over the clues. Like, you know, there's the chat, but maybe people would watch the video if we're like, maybe, I don't know. If people don't want to share those, so maybe
Derek actually talked to the radio station. Now they have like a live cameraman that follows around the DJs. He says, he asked them, he said, why don't you follow us a day in the life of the treasure hunters?
Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty
because
awesome.
we're not going to take the rock, but it would be funny to follow us all day and see what we really do out there trekking around in the desert.
That's funny.
All right, good deal.
That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you everybody for being here, and we will see you on a Monday. But you need to subscribe and like, because you never know, between Hint of Riches and Cowlazars,
this weekend
we may just go live out of nowhere.
You never know. I may just play video games live. You never know. I know you guys want to see that.
That's exciting.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you Monday. Thanks for coming on, Decal Cam.
Thank you.
It was fun.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.